What's up, gang? It's Jay, and you know what's sexy right now? Pumpkin beers. You know what pumpkin beer is sexy right now? Boo Thang by Saucy Brewworks. 8.5% alcohol, spicy, creamy notes. If you're a craft beer person and you like pumpkin, check out some Boo Thang. But you know what's not sexy? Cook kits. Nobody likes talking about cook kits, right? I mean, it's what you use to cook food and boil water. But it's kind of a necessary evil when you're out in the field. So stay tuned and we'll dig into it. Cook kits. There's all kinds of them out there. We all have your super lightweight stuff, titanium stuff, whatever. But I'm going to kind of go over the 3 different cook kits that I use and that I believe in out in the field. So you have everything from we all know the tried and true, USGI canteen with the canteen cup. I have a couple different ones of these. This specific one has the classic L-shape handle to it. That is really nice. As you can tell from mine, it's seen a lot of use over open flames there and on top of a stove. But this is kind of my most minimalist of my cook kits. So you have your canteen cup with an Esbit stove or something like an Esbit stove. There's tons of copies of them out there. So kind of what I do here in conjunction with this, and this lives in my LBE. So this lives in the back, actually it's the back left water bottle pockets on my Schmersh rig. And so this lives in that pouch, and then on the front pouch of that lives my Esbit stove. Now the cool thing with this is you open it up. We all know how these guys work. Put that, and you're good to go, right? So I keep inside of mine, it creates a nice little storage container on the inside. So I have some fuel cubes. I keep a wet fire in there. And then I keep a couple things of instant coffee and a lighter wrapped with duct tape. So all of that fits inside of that Esbit stove. I also keep in that pouch with the Esbit stove a spork, spoon, combo, whatever you want to call it. So at a minimum with this, I know that I can boil water. And why would we boil water? For purifying your water, plain and simple. That's what we're using. That's what we're doing with it. That's what we're using it for. So I know that I can accomplish that goal with this and this, okay? Especially if I'm not wanting to make a huge fire. This is pretty smokeless and it's pretty smellless or scentless. So you don't have to worry about making a fire and giving your position away because of the smoke or the smell from burning wood. So that's a nice combo. So that's my bare minimum to be able to accomplish that immediate 24 to 48 hour task. I'm not necessarily cooking food with this, but I'm using this for treating water, for purifying water, and for heating up a brew. So that's my use for that, okay? Second, I don't use this one a lot. Probably use it more on backpacking trips than anything else, but this is your classic Stanley 2-cup cook pot, right? So everything's self-contained in here. It's one of the things I like about this is it packs real easily. That whole setup is smaller than your water bottle setup with your canteen cup. So what I like with this, it has a fold-out handle, obviously, for holding on to it. You have a removable lid, which has the strainer holes in it. But what's the best thing about this is the fact of what you can do on the inside. Yank the cups out. You can keep a small fuel canister in there. You can keep a micro stove in there. This is one of those cheapy Amazon, I don't know, I think there's 30 different Chinese companies that make this little thing that the whole stove folds all the way out, obviously. So everything opens right on up with that. And then you have I don't know if you can see that or not, you have the piezo start to it, and then that just screws right onto your fuel canister, and away you go. Pretty small and simple. I have used this stove, I think it was literally $7. I have used this a ton through the last 4 or 5 years I've probably had it. And it has yet to fail me. Actually, no, I take that back. It failed me once, and that was because I was using it in the pouring rain and rainwater got inside where the generator is, and it would not, I couldn't dry it out, so it wouldn't work. It is what it is, but I think most stoves you would have run into that issue. And then inside the cup on the bottom, so a couple additional things. I keep a small spoon in there, keep a couple more things of instant coffee with a thing of green tea packet, and then I keep a lighter with wrapped in duct tape, so that way I have a backup ignition source in case the piezo starter on this doesn't work. So I have all that in there. But like I said, the beautiful thing, it'll hold 16 ounces of water, so you can boil 16 ounces of water in there. Everything fits inside real nice and small, and you have your whole closed setup there. Once again, really small. Downfall of it is that you can't carry water in it necessarily, not like you can with the water bottle. So you're going to have a separate water bottle. You would have a separate water bottle to go with this. So I have that. Last but not least, and this is by far my favorite, is the old European or German, West German, Hungarian, Russian, Slovakian, whatever, standard mess pots. All right. Once again, you can tell this has had a lot of use to it. I use this a lot. I like being able to set it up over an open fire. I like doing it on a camp stove. It sees a ton of use. It's very utilitarian. So the top lid of it, you have a fry pan. I've cooked sausages in this. I've cooked hamburgers, chicken, squirrel, the whole deal. It's seen a lot of use. It cleans up real nice and easily, so that works out really good. Inside of that, you have a nesting, what they call a nesting bowl that goes inside of that. And the nice thing I like about the nesting bowl, it also has a lid, so for eating out of it, or if it's a two-person group, like I'll eat out of one, my son will eat out of the other. But in that nesting pot, I can keep a whole brew kit in here. I can keep a spoon, a thing of pot grippers. The pot grippers always work out nice for picking up your pots. Keep a lighter in there wrapped in duct tape. And then I have a brew kit which has cider, instant coffee, lemonade, iced tea mixes, all of that kind of stuff. So these are great for on the go, for warming you up, for if you're inside your shelter or inside your bivvy, you can set this up right outside of your bivvy and away you go. Oh, and then I keep a classic P38 can opener in there. For those of you who know, you know. I grew up using these, so that's great for opening up those odd cans of food that you may have. Or if you still have sea rations in your kit, that'll open all of those up as well. So we have that. But inside the pots, I can keep a fuel canister in there, and I can keep a micro stove once again in there. This is a little bit of a, this is an oldie. This is 20 some years old. This is an old, I think this is an original Primus micro stove. You can see how small that bad boy is, how lightweight it is. I just keep it inside one of the old military, I think it was the Firefly strobes. I keep it inside one of those pouches. It's the perfect size for it. And then this just, I mean, once again, as with any of the micro canister stoves, you literally screw that right to it, turn the gas on, and you light, and away you go. It doesn't get any easier than that. But once again, I carry a lighter, because if that piezo start craps out on you, you still have another way of lighting it. So here, once again, 16 ounces of liquid in there. I love that you can hang it over a fire. So if you have a tripod set up, run some cordage down or make yourself a pot hook. Put those bushcrafting skills to use. That works out really nicely on that. So like I said, I'll reiterate. By far, if you can get your hands on one of these, I think they're like $20. They're available all over the place. Any Army Navy online store has some reiteration of it. Get one. It fits in the outside pocket of a Bergen, so is the main pack that I use. So the fact that it plus three of my 3 of my one-day ration kits fit inside the outside pocket on the Bergen. It fits in there perfectly. So it's shaped where it sets against the main body of the pack really nice, but super durable piece of kit. Wintertime, winter is just around the corner. If you're not preparing, you should be. You know, for melt and snow for a drinking water, you can, once again, large amounts of snow you can melt in there and just keep it going. So I highly recommend one of these for your Minuteman kit. If you're only going to do 2 of the 3, I highly recommend doing the Esbit with the with your canteen cup, and then the European style military mess kit. So highly recommend both of those, gang. All 3 of them, in fact, because you can't go wrong with this guy, you know, either, if that's what you have. I think Wally World has these for like 15 bucks. With the holidays coming up, you'll probably be able to score them for like 10 bucks a piece. So that is what I've got. So questions, comments, whatever, put them down below. You guys know how that works. You guys have been good at it. So the sexy is our Boo Thang. The unsexy is our cook kits, but at the end of the day, it's a necessary evil. So that's what I got, guys. Cook kits. Be good, keep training, and keep your head on a swivel. Bye.